How's it going already, and welcome back to another video. And guys, today we're going to be taking a great look at the world of Fakemon, and today we're going to be taking a look at the top 5 best ever made top 5 fighting type Fakemon designs made by the community. And guys, these are amazing things. Now, the support has been really amazing on these videos back in the good old days when I used to do these videos, these top 5s of different Fakemon designs and whatnot. So I want to give a huge thank you to all for watching those, and hopefully you'll enjoy this one as well. Either way, today I decided to take a look at the top 5 fighting type designs for you all to check out. Now, I do hope you enjoyed the video, and also if you want to suggest any Fakemon videos or any Fakemon you want to suggest for a future video, maybe a specific type, or maybe just a specific sort of Pokemon you want to see. Maybe it's not specific typings, but maybe a specific, sort of Fakemon you want to see, and I can do a top 10 or top 5 of that. But then guys, do make also sure to check out the designers in the description down below, and please do show them some love. Without these guys, these videos would not be possible, and do drop a like down below. Let's just try to aim for 200 likes in this video. That'd be really appreciated, guys. But either way, that's about it for this introduction. Now let's get right into this countdown with number 5. Number 5. So coming in first is going to be the Fakemon Wombraw, which is the sucker Fakemon, which is a little sucker that looks like it is about to chew off your face. Now, what I first thought when I saw this thing was, hey, look, it's a fire-type Pokemon. But then I found out that it was an actually only fighting-type Pokemon, which is really surprising to me. With the color it looks like, it really would make you feel like it actually is a fire-type Pokemon, and that's what I originally thought. When I first saw this, I was like, hey, that's gotta be a fire-type Pokemon. It can't be a fighting type. But then I looked at it and I was like, wow, this actually is a fighting-type Pokemon. And I was like, you know what, that could make sense. Now, I do love the features of it. I do kind of see that this has a very simplistic but yet charming design. And honestly, it just blends so well with the colors, man. I truly think this design by Smiley Fakemon would be great of a thing to see in a future Pokemon game, or at least something similar to it would be really nice. But overall, I do think this actual Fakemon design is something you guys should definitely check out. So do check the link in the description down below to check out Smiley Fakemon, as he creates a lot of these different Fakemon designs. I mean, his whole name is Smiley Fakemon, so he definitely makes a lot of really cool Fakemon designs, guys. So do check him out. Either way, let's go to number 4. Number 4. Now, coming up next is going to be Dojo Pan, which was created by Stevio126, and funny enough, this thing actually is a fire-type Pokemon, but also a fighting type, which I have to say is quite funny and unique compared to the first Pokemon we featured a second ago, and I do find that kind of interesting. And I love that the overall design of this Fakemon, it almost does look like a panda, which it does kind of make sense considering it's called Dojo Pan, and Pan being just the first 3 letters of the word panda, so it kind of has it in its name at the end there, Dojo Pan, so panda. It does make sense. I do kind of like this, as it does have a pretty badass looking style to it. It looks pretty darn neat, as pandas are some of the coolest coolest animals in the world. I was gonna say Pokemons in the world. I really wish there were Pokemon in real life though. But overall, they are some of the coolest animals in the world. I love pandas. They're just so chubby and adorable. And honestly, seeing them as Pokemon and just recreations of them is always nice to see. And it's something I always do like seeing in actual Pokemon games. And we do have Pangoro and whatnot in actual Pokemon. But seeing more panda Pokemon-based Pokemon, I would not complain. I love bears, and seeing more bears just means more joy for me. I would love that. So I would not complain. So that's why Dojo Pan comes in number 4, and I would definitely check out, I would definitely recommend to you guys, check out Stevio126, man. This guy does same thing like Smiley Fakemon. He does so many Fakemon designs. It's actually insane, guys. Do definitely check him out. Show him some love. The guy is an actual legend. I just genuinely love his work. I've loved it for a long time, and I featured more of his work back in the good old days when I used to do these top 5s and top 10s daily. I used to feature a lot of his work, so do check him out, guys. Definitely a guy worth the props. So do just 100% check out his work, guys. Either way, let's go to the next one on the list. Number 3. Now, coming next is going to be a design again by Stevio, and this thing is actually so cool. It's a fighting type Pokemon. It's called Wombraw, and I have to say, this thing just brings a smile to my face, considering it is based on the Wombat, which is a not a Pokemon, again, a animal in our real world. Now, Wombats are little adorable things. They're really cute, and just having little cute things like this, just being a little fighting type, it just is so adorable, man. And this Pokemon is described as liking to brawl, and it is in its name, Wombraw, it does make sense having it that way, because this thing is known as the Mega Punch Pokemon, and it's hard to avoid, you know, its adorableness, but at the same time, you know, kind of think about this thing is about to punch shit out of you, so you should probably avoid it if you do encounter it. But I have to say, I do like this design. Stevio, again, man, this guy is an actual legend, and I've got to say, he makes some really cool fighting type Pokemon. They're really interesting and really unique, man. I genuinely think he makes some of the coolest Pokemon out there, guys. So again, like I mentioned earlier, do check the man out. He really does deserve just all the praise in the world, man. He really is a great designer, and that's why I think you guys should check this out. But overall, the design here, like I said, it's cute, adorable, it really works, and I would imagine this thing can be an actual freaking Pokemon, or an actual Pokemon, sorry, because it is a fighting type Pokemon. It's based on a real animal that does exist, the Wombat. So, hey, I'm gonna give it my blessings and just go over to number 2. Number 2. Now, coming in next, guys, is going to be a design by Fatmon, who created a Warrior Squirrel evolution line that features a bunch of Squirrel-based Pokemon, and it just is, oh man, this is amazing and unique. Now, taking the animal, the Squirrel is a tiny little being that we all know of. They live in trees, essentially, and making that into a Fakemon is something I cannot avoid. This is so adorable, man, and I've got to say, the freaking fact that he added into the second and final evolution a wooden sword is so freaking charming, man. It is such a charming thing to do, and I freaking love it, man. I can't believe he actually decided to go with that. He gave them wooden swords. So the first one has more like a actual, I don't know what you would call that, but like a long sword, and the final one has more like, you know, your average wooden play sword, which is so cute. It shows that this thing is playful, but it wants to protect itself. Now, then again, it would probably be weak against something like, you know, I don't know if this thing would have like a typing that is mixed between, you know, grass and fighting, or if it would just be a full-on fighting type Pokemon. I'm not really sure if, you know, a grass typing would really work on it or something like that, or maybe a bug typing even. That wouldn't make any sense, but I don't know what I'm saying here. Maybe a grass typing could work, but I don't know. But actually using that thing against a fire type or something like that, I mean, you'd get pretty destroyed by them, as your wooden sword would, you know, engulf itself in flames, unless it's made out of, I don't know, freaking metal or some shit. But my point here is, this thing does look amazing. The evolution lines are pretty nice. The only thing I have an issue with is actually the names. They're really hard for me to pronounce. That's why I'm not pronouncing it right now. But I'm showing the designs as I still think they look cool, but the names are really hard for me. I'm having a hard time actually pronouncing them. So that's why I'm not mentioning them right now. But I've got to say, overall, I'm a huge fan of the designs. They look really freaking nice, and overall, I would not mind seeing a few squirrels in Pokemon, lads. So let's go to the number 1 spot, ladies and gentlemen. Number 1. Now, finally, ladies and gentlemen, here we have ourselves the number 1 fighting type Fakemon on this list, and it's going to be, once again, by Smiley Fakemon, who created Miki, which is a fighting type Pokemon that looks like a real thug. This thing carries around a grenade that looks like a Pokeball, and it truly looks like it's a part of some, like, evil team, like Team Skull, man, and it is such a cute thing to do. Giving a Pokemon a grenade is pretty sinister, if I may say so myself, but making a thug Pokemon that probably would be good to have in part of, you know, an evil team, something like Team Skull. He doesn't even look like he should be part of Team Skull, if I may say so myself. He does look really like he's part of the Team Skull, like, group or whatnot. So, having something like this around is actually so freaking neat. I love that, man, and I think that just the simple yet striking style of the design just shows the charm and the real enchantment of this Pokemon. It really does look charming and nice, even though you know about this thing's about to blow the shit out of you with those freaking Poke grenades, because that is some sinister shit right there. I don't know what he thought about when he made that, but it's actually badass, man. I do think these are grenades, though. I mean, I'd assume so, because they look like grenades, or whatever you want to call them, but he crafts bombs. Okay, so yeah, essentially they are grenades made out of seed, mud, and even eggs. So this is actually a sinister-ass Pokemon Thug Lord. This thing is not to mess around with. This thing is gonna kill you with its grenades, but that's also why this perfect Thug Pokemon does end up at the number 1 spot, lads, and I'm going to just tell you that it really deserves number 1 spot. It looks amazing. But guys, that's going to be it for today. I hope you all did enjoy. If you did, then smash the like button below, and also feel free to check out a few other videos that we have on the channel. Also, make sure to check out the designers in the links down in the description, guys, because without these people, these videos would not be possible. These top 10s and top 5s would not be possible on this channel, guys. But also do make sure to check out our other videos today, because we upload daily, about 2-3 videos a day. So check out the other videos on the channel today, guys. Really would be appreciated. Either way, my name has been Ruffled Rowlet. I will catch you all the next time. So peace out, lads, and bye-bye.